Okay folks, end of the day wrap up, and every day she inches forward a little bit more. So this is her with the rear end nearly on for the last time. I say nearly on because we've got to sort out whatever's going on in there with that the marker light. When you turn the engine on or the power on, that bulb should light up, and it isn't. And then we have a right indicator problem up the front, so they're probably related, maybe a blown fuse or a pinch wire, but we'll get to that. She's looking very smart, I've got to say. One of the things we do with all the restorations of all the bikes, and a lot of people don't do this, when you paint body panels like this, the heat from the gun actually warps the plastic, and you've got to think this is from 2005, so it's not young. So what we do, and the same with the crash bars too, when they get re-chromed, or any part that gets re-chromed, we actually let them sit on the bike, nipped up, not full tight, as they will be once they're finally torqued to spec. But we like to make sure that the gaps here, you can see there's a bit of flex in here, this will sort itself out because it's sitting correctly. So once it's had a day or a day and a half just to kind of heat and cool, that gap will be much less noticeable, which you'll see in the final video. Same is true with the hinges and the top box and this gasket that runs around the top. They're a very poor fit from the factory, even when they were brand new. So kind of really incumbent to let this one sit out in the sun for a little bit, then start pushing it down so it sits. That's the level that it pinches onto the top of this plastic. Has to be very even the whole way around. So we'll get to do that tomorrow probably, or maybe over the weekend. Buttoning this piece up is very straightforward. Fuse box cover sitting on the floor, and seat assembly goes over here. And then of course you've got the side body panels, the front nacelle, and we still need to fix the wiring. You can just see it poking up there for these guys, which is the factory horns. So there are a number of really weird things that I've never seen before on any bike of this model that's been commissioned for use by any emergency service in Australia. Chopping the harness here, I've never seen that done before, and this is a New South Wales police bike. I've also never seen the civilian horns. These are just standard. Any R1100, R1150, R1200 would have had those horns. I've never seen those chopped off at the front, so very strange. There's a couple of quite peculiar things about this one. But that's the line of work that we're involved in, and you can take the good with the bad. The good being that she's a runner. She's got all the bits and pieces now starting to work, and she's looking really smart, I've got to say. So just imagine that with the painted top box on, and imagine that in white bodywork, ready for police stickers and blue and white checkers. So there you go, end of the day wrap up, and apologies, I know I don't sound full of beans like I normally do, but I'm full of sore throat at the moment, so it makes talking a little bit difficult. But there you go, she is looking the part, really starting to look finished, and will look even better once we get all these little bits and pieces, the loose stuff up the front, like the battery, police battery clamp and other things, wiring for the lights tied up and all that sort of thing. So not long to go now. Stay tuned for the next video, and in that one I will see you with another update. Cheers everybody.